Welcome everybody, Bottom Nerd here, episode 56 with Senorita Valerie. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Breaking Bad, all things bad and all things breaking.
As well as El Camino. If you don't or have never seen Breaking Bad, how, why, if, when, where? I know I say it all the time, but I believe Breaking Bad to be probably one of the top 3 greatest series of television.
You're goddamn right.
On the planet. She's laughing because I say it against everything. But seriously, like,
that he likes is the greatest thing
Breaking
on the
Bad was the only show that was perfectly written to where all the characters finish their story, except for Jesse, which finishes it in El Camino. You only needed 5 seasons, so they didn't drag it on to like 6 seasons, 7 seasons, 8 seasons. Beautifully written, kept you suspense the whole time. Like every time an episode ended, you were like, I have to watch the next one. You would binge the entire series. It was just fantastic. What did you think?
I want your take on it first before I ruin everything that you're about to say.
Well, okay, well what about on the series Breaking Bad? Yeah, if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, it's the story of Walter White, who is a chemistry teacher diagnosed with cancer, and he gets these medical bills which on a teacher salary he can't afford. He had a startup company and could have made millions upon millions of dollars, but gave that up and has to cook meth to pay off these bills. And as you can imagine, as the story goes, he meets up with Jesse Pinkman, who is this just grungy, low-life meth dealer.
Former student.
To just try and see where they can see if, if he can get help. The story takes off from there. I mean, there's cartel, there's killing, there's deception, slavery. Everything you could possibly imagine, and just fucked up bizarreness too. So
I think that when you first told me about it, I wasn't like enthused. I was a little skeptical. I think the first like 1 or 2 took a little bit.
It does take, yeah, if you've never watched Breaking Bad before, which shame on you, but at the same time, it does take a few episodes to get started.
I wasn't sure, and I think the first 1 or 2 I had even told you, like, I'm not sure about this. It does really build on itself well. I think whoever wrote it did a brilliant job. I think a little depressing, honestly. It's not a show that's gonna make you all sunshine and rainbows and flowers all the time, but it is also kind of a very realistic. I think that's the reason I was able to get into it. I don't always get into things unless I can kind of like picture the realism behind it, so I think that's why it captured me. You feel the emotions on like all sides.
Yeah.
I would say, because I think we would have conversation. I said, well, whose side are you on with this? And whose side, like we would have those conversations after each episode, and we would have differing opinions.
Oh yeah.
You would be on somebody else's kind of side, and I would be on like the opposing side, and we could kind of both see like where the other one's coming from. So I think they did a brilliant job in the character development and casting the crew who filmed it.
Bitch! You know what, I have to say it. Jesse.
What up, biatch?
Well, Heil Hitler, bitch!
A wire? You want a wire? I got a wire. Speak into the mic, bitch.
Bitch!
Yo, you ain't seen the basement, bitch. You got that? Is that sinking in?
There's a bitch! Son of a bitch! Where's my money, bitch? Miserable son of a bitch. Where's my money, bitch? Huh? Bitch? Where's my money, bitch?
Bitch!
Except for you don't say it as thug as he does.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen Breaking Bad, we would love to introduce you to it via this episode
and
tell you to just give it a
binge.
try. Yeah, and once you get through that first little bit, I promise you it's worth it at the end.
Yeah, and to kind of bounce off what Valerie was saying is the reason you kind of go back and forth between maybe somebody you're watching it with, a friend, a spouse, whatever, is because 1 minute you feel really bad for Walter because he's dying of cancer, he's trying to just do the best for his family, but then the tables turn, and as he develops, he becomes the villain. He becomes this cartel dealer. He becomes the overlord of meth in the country. He starts killing people because he thinks that's what he needs to do to keep going. He doesn't know when to quit because it's all about the money for him.
Yeah, so I don't think he becomes the villain. That's my opinion.
Walter White is the villain.
No.
He is the innocent man who turns to the villain.
They make him out to be, okay, go watch the show, make your own opinion. My opinion is different than yours. They make him out to be the villain, but really you can see from a human side why you would get that ego.
Right.
It's like, it's no different than becoming famous, where like you watch him go through those stages of, oh, I was egotistical, and then he tries to backpedal, but he's in too deep.
Yeah, he's in too
So
deep.
it's not, I don't think that's a villain. I think that's human nature.
But here's where I think he's the villain, because again, spoiler alert, at the end of the series, the way that he finally gets caught is because of his money, his greed. He has millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars.
That's also why he got caught.
Jesse pranks him into thinking that his money is going to be stolen and burned and all this good stuff, and that's where they find out brother-in-law who's a DEA agent, yada yada yada. He gets caught because of his greed. Bad guy.
Human. If you had $1 million to $3 million, whatever dollars, and somebody's like, yo, we're on to you and your money, you don't think, and that's all you have left, by the way. You have burned bridges with your family, with your job, with everything else. You don't think you would be in a car so freaking fast and driving over there.
With all the shit that I've done in terms of murder and everything else, I would
okay,
be like...
That's the only thing where I did like kind of question the plot development there. It was like, okay, really, like Walter is super smart, right? Like they pick him out to be, or paint him out to be
this show... Yeah.
I'm not done yet. They make him out to be this like super genius guy, and then at the end they're like, oh yo, we're gonna take your money, and he's just like, doesn't even think about it, and just in his car going. I guess that was where I kind of questioned it, like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, you have a, you know, destination you're going with the story.
Sprinkling of Hollywood in there.
Right,
yeah.
But it's also like, that doesn't go along with his character.
Yeah,
his character was so like tuned into those little minutia that he was just genius.
Yeah, because he knows how to dispose of bodies, he knows how to get rid of evidence, he knows how to manipulate people.
And like psychologically, yeah.
So yeah, if you do want to learn how to cook meth, watch Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, amazing show. Go and watch it. That's not the end of the story, because at the very end, Jesse Pinkman, who has been put into slavery for a year because of being quote unquote a coward and telling the secrets of everything, the meth lab, the bad guys, the cartel, everything, he gets picked up by these hillbillies who use him as a slave. So that's how the series ends. We don't know what happens after that, except now we have Breaking Bad El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
You ready? Yeah.
It picks right up after Pinkman gets away in the car and he's now officially on the run. So what the fuck are you gonna do? What did you think of the film?
And I'm so sorry for those people because I know most people actually really liked it. I did not like it. I was so disappointed. As a Breaking Bad fan, and I get, like, I understand why they did what they did, but I still was so disappointed. Like, it felt like a waste of my time, and here's why. Because to me, if I've got my heart into Breaking Bad...
Especially Jesse Pinkman, too. Like, if you were really feeling bad... Sorry, I keep to your point, is like when you build a bond with these characters and you start feeling bad for them, it's a little dry.
I think that was kind of where I was going, is like, if your heart has been in Breaking Bad, like, at least for me, I'm like in it. I love the action. I love how like all of these things are developing quickly and you're just like in it and it's capturing you. And I feel like the movie, I was watching like Hallmark.
It's a good way to put it.
I was like
really
watching a nice little la-ti-da, here's where it ends. But to me, that is not Breaking Bad. Like, yeah. I get what they are doing, but you could have done that with a lot more action.
True. Yeah.
You could have made that a legit Breaking Bad film.
I differ. Okay. I enjoyed the film. I'm kind of similar to what Valerie's saying in terms of it wasn't mind-blowing. Like, we waited a very long time to have this film to see where Jesse Pinkman's story finally ended up. And I do like how they wrote it. I think there were some very good scenes there that were very much just kind of like, oh my god, this guy has been through hell. One specific scene, again, spoiler if you haven't seen it, is they go out to the desert because they gotta bury a body. Jesse finally, he's been so mentally manipulated that, you know, he can't escape. But he finds a way to get a hold of a gun. And he's so just like, I could kill you right now and I could run, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm so like freaked out and I'm so mentally engulfed in what these people have done to me already, the torture, the cage, like everything. And I love those scenes. Like, I really just, because it's powerful. I mean, it really shows you the character and how much he's suffering, and you feel so bad for him because, yes, Jesse Pinkman was a little bitch. At the beginning. But you can see just the sheer torment that he goes through. He loses his girlfriend, 2 of them. He just runs into bad luck all the time, and this is just the creme de la creme. There's maybe 5 minutes of action. It's very dry, it's very drawn out, and it's kind of like, you could have wrapped this up literally probably in 1 episode. You didn't need to have a 2-hour film. This could have just been an episode and we'd have been good.
I could have taken a nap.
In the end, it is like the way they've wrapped up. I do like the fact that, yes, once again, everybody finally has their story wrapped up in a nice little bow. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 7. What would you give the movie?
2.
Oof. That's painful.
I think actually, again, super well cast.
Aaron Paul,
They-
like, take my hat off. That dude.
And what's his name?
Bryan Cranston.
Yes, Bryan Cranston.
Like,
my God. And the wife.
amazing.
I mean, sorry. Basically, the whole thing was
Yeah.
super well cast. The movie, it was not at all. I get the flashback, but you could have taken that and condensed it to like
yeah, it didn't
less
have
than
to
10
be
minutes, and it was the whole
that
movie.
long. It was like a documentary, and it didn't need to be a documentary. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad, go check it out. Watch El Camino because you know you want to just see how the story
Maybe we should have
finishes
them
up.
vote whose side they're on.
Yeah, who are you on? Are you on
Team Ian?
Team Ian or are you Team Valerie? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't already,
Subscribe!
subscribe. Check out teespring.com/stores/spot-of-nerd. Yes. Now, also at the same time, Senorita Valerie is going to be doing a half marathon for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Las Vegas.
November 17th.
November 17th.
So, like,
she is
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
She's currently trying to get donations to help out St. Jude's Hospital. They fight cancer for little kids. It's an amazing cause.
I'm matching up to $1,000, like I'm personally matching. So depending on what we get to, which currently we're at about $500, I'd love to see more. And we have 2 weeks to go.
If you can spare a buck, seriously, it's a
yeah,
dollar.
just anything. It's just great to be able to celebrate and to help a really awesome cause. So
You can find
we're
all those
excited.
links on my page as well as her page.
And he's going to be videoing it.
Yes, I will be videoing it, so wait
We should be
to
going live
look
and
forward to
stuff.
that. It'll be awesome, really cool. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Yes, it's recorded.
I just ruined myself every time, and now you're going to put it in the video.
Yep.